Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020, Career Mode, episode number 48. We continue on with the Tour de France. We're on stage number 3. Our target, win a stage, win the KOM jersey. The guy I want to win that jersey with, it's Tentoni. I thought about setting him in the break today, but while there's a series of climbs, they're not worth much, and they're not actually steep, so they don't favor Tentoni, who's on a -5 today at all. So we're going to leave him in the pack. Alves Machado was in the break yesterday. There was only 2 points available. He got one of them. He got the first, so he gets the KOM jersey for now. That's already going to give us some bonus points wearing that jersey. Alves Machado, well, short little things like this, his sprint's going to be effective. So we're going to take Alves Machado, hopefully, into the break once again. And we're going to get this stage underway. So if we can get him out, I need to get these guys sitting up right away to allow that gap to open up. There he goes. Nice big opening. He actually should easily be able to get into it at this point. Yeah, that's already quite the gap he's opened up. 53 seconds entirely on his own. This would be perfect if he were alone on it.
Breakaway at the front.
It's possible I might be able to get Amanatoglu with him today, with the two sprinters and Amanatoglu a little bit better in the hills. We could claim there's only 2 points available at the category 3s, but we can get sprint points for all of them, which could amount to something. Let's see what happens if we send him on a Amanatoglu. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I like that. Minute 35 for Alves Machado. We'll get him to start backing off a little bit. Allow those three to catch up. Hopefully we don't have too many other riders trying to get off the front. Now for this stage, and like every stage, my goal is to win the stage. This is one of the few stages out there that I think we have a chance at winning. Not a huge chance, but I do think we have a chance at winning it from the pack and don't have to go into the break. And for that, it's Vermark that we put our hopes into, with Zeta as his lead-out guy. Today, Vermark has an 80 hills rating, decent stamina resistance. He is no Alaphilippe, but with a proper lead-out, going at the proper time, I'd say he's got a shot. Okay, it's only a minute over the pack right now for Alves Machado, as the latest guys to take off are being chased down. So not a fan of where that one's headed. But hopefully with Amanatoglu, those guys can get into that position they need. Banijek's still not to the front. Let's get you up here a little bit faster. Alright, let's set these guys up. Tentoni, not today. Today is not your day. Probably Rodriguez for the other guy. Yes.
On the breakaway. A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody.
All right, those two were caught, and the gap is now opening up. So we are making that progress. We're almost up there. Alves Machado, go ahead and back off. Let them catch up to you now. Ooh, speed back up. Take that sprint point, if you would. There you go. And finally, we have 3 riders. One minute gap. And opening. Hepburn suddenly not helping.
Look, the pack has taken its foot off the gas. The team leaders can't be too worried about the breakaway.
Oh, I love this if we leave Hepburn behind and it becomes a two-man break. Looks like he's on the verge of losing contact, and he has. He has lost contact. I like that. Okay, now we can back off a little bit, see if we can't do enough to leave him behind and not allow him to catch up.
And he sprints away in attack.
But that meant the field is attacking now.
Uh-oh, the gap is widening. It's now more than 2 minutes. The Peleton seems content to let it grow. The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
Okay, Hepburn joins back in. Three-man group. It was cut down to 45 seconds. Pursuing those other two. Let's hope that it'll just hold at 3 here. We just have one man to beat. Hepburn, 66 hill, no sprint, not much stamina. We shouldn't have that much problem beating him, but it would have been nice if these two could easily go claim all of the points.
Some team managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway,
no.
given that the pack has increased its speed.
New break, trying to form behind us. And the field is right there. Speed up, you guys. Not a good time to get caught.
There's a
And
breakaway.
here they go again. 1K from the top. This will help open that gap up.
The entente in the escape group is far from cordial. There are a couple of riders who want to go it alone.
Alves Machado already had 1 point, so we want him to keep the jersey, allow him to go through first. And he does successfully. That also opens gap back up quite a bit. Chase behind suddenly coming hard though. They're not too happy about somebody's pursuit. And now it's just the two riders and 50 seconds. This could be perfect. Or a new attack
the
comes.
current pace is a bit too docile for
Now
some
Perez,
riders
just
who are
bare.
looking to create a breakaway.
Okay, we're starting to see a little recovery. Now it's 3 riders again. And we're only 1.7 away from the top of another one. But here is Perez, who I'm not sure we're going to... Well, no, his shoulders are bobbing really bad. But it's going to have to be a Monotoglu this time. Alves Machado does not have anything left, so Monotoglu, go get yourself a point here. The main thing about doing this is A, wearing the jersey, but B, getting into that situation where we're taking points away from other riders, freeing them up for later on where Tantoni isn't too far behind the competition. Okay, gap's out to 1:45. Monotoglu, he's going to sit on until Alves Machado can make it back in there. If he can make it back in there, he's about to make contact.
The pack really doesn't look interested in following the
And
breakaway.
finally,
Things
we
have
have
slowed right
a
down.
formal group. With recovery, with a growing gap. And now it's Perez. Perez, much better climber and sprinter. So, not a good trade-off from where we were before. Be tougher to beat. But so far we have all of the points. But we're already on the base of the next climb. Recovery ongoing. Monotoglu in pretty good shape. Alves Machado still not quite. Not quite. And there's 2 and 1 points available. So first and second across the top, which means we need to go for both. I'm going to use a Monotoglu to lead out Alves Machado, as Alves Machado does not have the strength. Okay, we're going to start at a 60. Still well over a kilometer away. Now we have your sprint. Come on, buddy.
Their front group is disorganized, and some riders are exploiting this opportunity to attack.
No, it's not going to be us. See, it flattened out there at the top just a little bit, and it became a not so bad thing, but Alves Machado just hanging on. Mouratoglou gets 1 point, Perez gets 2. I think that means all 3 of them have 2 points now. Alright, coming up on 120k to go, and no action for a while, so I'll see you back a little bit later. 2k away from our next point. I'm going to need a lead out. Alves Machado and Mouratoglou both a bit tired at this point, as the field's been coming. It's only 3 riders in the break, and it's hard to keep them at bay for very long. So as we're down to 1.5k to go, we're going to be attacking here in just a moment. He's sending us through, which is good. Get down to that final kilometer, and that shoulder's bobbing. Shoulders are bobbing, so this is good. This is good. Let's send Alves Machado and Mouratoglou. Go ahead and sit on.
There's an attack in the leading group. Some riders were not giving it their all and sharing the pace.
He's got it. He's got it.
Some team
Couldn't
managers
chase.
mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway,
That's
given
what I
that the
thought I
pack
was
has
seeing in
increased
the
its
shoulder
speed.
bob. And yes, they each had 2 points. Now Alves Machado leads the KOM with 3 points, which obviously is nothing once we get into the serious climbs. What we do have, though, is a situation where Alves Machado can stay away just a little bit longer, and Mouratoglou will attack here shortly, as we're going for max points in the sprint classification, and I think we're just going to go ahead and try to leave him behind as well. Mouratoglou, you're going to get there first this time, which isn't exactly a good thing, because Alves Machado has more points after spending yesterday in the break. Let's try to get back up there. It's going to be a 2-man competition for this. So Alves Machado has 89, Mouratoglou has 57, so they are 2nd and 6th. Now back together.
The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
This climb's going to do some damage. One rider away is still Perez, but he is really struggling. He's nearly caught by the field. Stana bringing the pressure on this one right now. And there is fatigue in the field, including Tentoni. Tentoni half exhausted right now from these tiny little climbs. That's what happens when A, I sent him to get water, but B, he's got a -5 race day condition. He was looking pretty bad. I know it's been suggested in the comments multiple times, Alves Machado, why don't you sit on for a bit? Can you recover? I'd love to stay ahead long enough to get to that category 3 and get these 2 guys over that line first. So Mouratoglou, go ahead and gel up. It's under 10k. I don't care if you guys lose time eventually. I'd just like to claim those points and, you know, keep them away from others. So both of you go ahead and gel up. 40 seconds.
The pack can't get strung out too
7k.
far, or it's going to start breaking up.
Just maximizing those opportunities to wear the jersey as long as possible is going to make us and the sponsor happy. 5k to go. Mouratoglou is now fading. Let's go back to a dual relay. And about 68. Can they hang on? It's 4k. If not, do I want to attack with Tentoni? Try to get him his first 2 points. I'm going to send him forward. Zed is fine alone here. And I'm going to let those 2 stay away. But we're here. If... You know what? It's close. It's way too close. 1k to go. Tentoni's going to attack. Go claim 2 points at the top. He's not the only one going for it, as Carapaz is going with him. Kruiswijk is going with him. Is that because these guys want the jersey, or is it because they are interested in the stage and they think Tentoni is a threat? I don't know which it is, But there it is. Alves Machado still has KOM with 3 points. Monotoglu has 2. And now Tintoni has 2 points as well. Alves Machado right out the back, but that's because the Peleton split here. It will come back together in a moment. They're chasing it down. Monotoglu also done. So there we go. 175 riders all back together again. Tintoni back to protecting Zeta. Monotoglu and Alves Machado have nothing left, so we're not worried about them for this final run. We have 15 kilometers left in the stage. One little uphill, and then the final, that category 4. We do want to be over the top first for that. And as we get closer, I think as soon as we kind of peak here, we're going to get our guys set and then ride forward, put that pressure on and try to attack that finish line. So here we go. We will again leave these two out of it. Auto for them. Zeta, what are you doing back here, buddy? So Vermark's going to follow Zeta. Zeta's going to follow Rodriguez, and then follow Tintoni, and then we will follow Jamon. Banijek will lead it out. Banijek, good flat rating, so he can turn up the pace here, but we can't go too hard right now as we got a bunch of guys way behind us. Not sure how they ended up that far back. Okay, there's 4 riders up. Here comes Tintoni. Zeta still can't get through. Let's help him find these gaps. Come on, buddy. We're already coming up on the base of the climb. Zeta's not going to be here. Okay, Zeta, you're going to the back. Tintoni is just about in contact. But we need to go right now. It's 3K from the top. So Banijek, accelerate. If we're winning this stage, it's got to happen now. Okay, Banijek, sprint. German is going to sprint.
Another attack. This time it could go all the way. The riders are entering
he's
the
done.
last 5
Rodriguez,
kilometers of the stage.
sprint. Banishek's still there. Come on, Rodriguez. There you go. And Vermark.
And he moves on
We're
to
going to
the
sprint
attack.
over the
It
top.
could be decisive.
Can he get a little separation? He does. He most certainly does. Banijek, you're going to sit up.
By David Godou.
There's our gap. 3K to go. Vermark, keep sprinting towards the finish. Okay, Shockman has joined me. Can we be in for a podium here? 1.3 kilometers to the finish, and that is a healthy gap these guys have. German, it's 1.7 and downhill, so you're going to sprint as... No. Nope, you're not going to sprint. Banijek's going to sprint right now, and you're going to follow him through. Meanwhile, Vermark, no way he beats Shockman here. He's got no red bar. Shockman's going to take the stage. Can Vermark hang on for second?
He dug deep inside himself to
Or
earn
third?
this
Oh, come on,
victory.
4th. We're going to have another 4th. We have another 4th, folks. And I missed out on the opportunity for Jamon to maybe get something because I was focused on Vermark trying to hang on to a freaking podium.
The riders bringing
Almost
up the
works
rear
out.
have
If
made it
Shockman
through
doesn't
sheer
go with me,
willpower. This stage was a
Vermark
real
comes
straight-sapper.
ridiculously close to taking that thing. Scenario maybe a little different, and maybe he's got that few more meters, right?
We've selected the following highlights for you.
Yellow jersey. Who's got a yellow jersey? There's a gap. There is a gap here. There is a gap. There's time gaps. We're going to wear the yellow jersey. Rodriguez is going to wear the yellow jersey for a day, isn't he? Please tell me that's what just happened. Vermark, 4th. Banijek, German, Tintoni, Rodriguez. There's the gap. 43 riders at the front. He was only in 5th place. But there it is. There it is. We're not going to hold on to this. No effing way. Rodriguez has no chance. He's a 70 in the mountains. But He gets to put the jersey on. He's going to wear it for a stage or two. The sponsor's going to be very happy. I'm going to be very happy. I think we've already covered ourselves off, folks. It is early in the race, but we've had 2 fourth place finishes. We've got a KOM jersey that we're wearing temporarily. We've got a yellow jersey that we're going to get to wear temporarily. Zeta's into the top 10 right now, but of course he's got the same problem. He's the 71 in the mountains. Banijek, he's up there, but he won't stick around. For Mark, here's the problem with Tentoni. He is not strong enough as a time trialist or prologuer. He lost over a minute, which had him outside of the top 100. He's now up to 63rd, but there are 2 lengthy time trials still to come where he will probably lose about 15 minutes. So there's 16 minutes overall. He'll lose 10 on the ridiculously long individual time trial, and he'll probably lose 5 on the team time trial. So, yes, he's a mountain rating of 81, but his stamina and resistance aren't that high, and he's got no support. If I were to leave him in the Peleton stage after stage and try to protect him with what we have, we're lowering our chances of riders winning stages because they're being sacrificed for him. More importantly, we're losing him in the break where he is capable of winning stages. And also, I think, relatively similarly important is losing him from winning the KOM, which will compensate for the lack of anything to do with winning a stage. We might win a stage as it is. And I think we now, wearing these jerseys, will have enough of a positive impact to compensate for failing to win the stage. Maybe not equal footing, but enough where the drop won't drop us from our rating that we currently have. Tentoni picks up his first 2 points, so he's already on his way now. His teammates have combined to steal points away from everybody else, that the only threat right now whatsoever is Carapaz with a single point. That's a good start. That's a really good start. So, team tactic, steal points away from others, get Tentoni points where we can, get him that KOM. So far, so good. There's the confirmation, double plus, triple plus for the climber's jersey and the leader's jersey. You also get prestige points as the longer you hold on to those. So good for the team in multiple ways. Our registered riders now totally maxed out. The results is totally maxed out. The squad rating has been sliding further and further up now that Rainsford has a little bit of a reputation. All right, so we're setting off with the team time trial at 62 kilometers. It's going to be super hard today. Right now, I've got everyone set to a 99. Monotoglu has a -4 today. Zeta has a +5. He's looking really strong. We're going to get what we can out of these guys. Now, here's the thing. I need 5 riders across the finish line. We will be sacrificing a few guys. I have a few weaker time trialists, and a 99 is way too much effort. We will not be able to maintain that the whole time. However, I'm going to sacrifice a few guys. So I will let a few guys ride and do that dirty work, do that damage to themselves, burn themselves out to give us a good time. And as riders drop off, then we'll get there. You can see so far the 99's really not doing awful damage. So we'll see what we can do. Obviously, we're going for a stage win, and this is not the team to do that. Rodriguez is the one good time trialist with the +5. Zeta makes 2 good time trialists today. We'll see what we can do. Well, right now, CCC has the top time. We are sitting in 3rd place after that last stage. with the limited group finish. So sitting in third place overall as a team means there's only 2 teams behind us with times to worry about. Archaea Samsic, Cofidis way down on time. EF Pro just went to the top of the timesheet on the first time check, 2 seconds ahead of CCC. There's not that many teams away from us right now, and it looks like the 99 is just about hanging on. We're not going to be able to go 99 forever, I don't think, but I'm trying to be aggressive, at least from the start, and see what we can do. I don't want to leave anything on the table. If we come up short, what is there to lose from that anyway? So we're just trying to be bold and be aggressive, and I do clearly see that right now 99 is not something we're going to be able to hang on to, but look what we're doing, catching up in front of us. Is that kind of quick step? I think it is. I don't have a time up yet, so there you go. So far, so good, but we are running a little bit of a deficit, but that was the biggest climb of the day. There's one more like it, and then there's one more shorter, steeper one later on. But if we can just about hang on through this. Look at that. So far, so good. Top of the timesheet, Jumbo Visma, Ineos, second and third. Groupama FDJ is fourth, so the times are coming down with the teams recently. There's still 2 more teams out there, so we'll see where we're at. But could this be it? I'm at a little bit of a deficit, so that's not looking good. But I will burn out a couple guys later on. At least one more team has come across the line. Okay, no, Ducanic Quickstep just crossed the line 1 second ahead of us. So 1 second deficit, but also a bit of an energy deficit with the team currently. All right, we're going to go ahead and make our first change. And that change being, I'm going to take a couple of the guys that aren't contributing, and I'm going to up their time. Monotoglu. Banajek is a real shame. He's a 79 on the flat, but a 58 time trialist. So he is absolutely useless to us today. But we're going to get him to contribute a little bit. We're going to up for Mark's time slightly. Rodriguez is doing really well here. 77, we'll make that 17 seconds. And German. Okay, we'll get those guys into the mix. German, it's going to be next turn, though, before that takes into effect. But so far, so good on the timing, but not good on the energy management. So right now, that part's not looking so good for us. It's Circus Wanty Group Gobert that we are on the verge of passing. There's the last big climb of the day, too, as we go over the top of that. Right now, for Mark, Tantoni, the only guys that are doing okay, we're going to need to have 5 left at the end. And at this point, I don't see us having that. So we're going to need to manage this a little bit better. So Tantoni, we're going to cut your time down to get you to that point. We're going to cut back for Mark. Let's go ahead and cut back German again. In fact, let's just have you maintain position. That's still only 4. We're gonna need 5. Okay, second check at the moment. Huge lead for Jumbo Visma. Will we be in the neighborhood? Second place, a full minute behind Jumbo Visma. That my being bold strategy is working just fine. However, What's not working just fine is that fact that we're just not that good in the time trial. But can we grab second or third today and get on the podium? That would be really handy. That would be super handy. So Tintoni, let's cut your time down a little more. Banijek, we'll let him run just for a little bit here, and then we're going to try to get him to drop into the back. There you go. So now on to Vermark. And we're down to third. There it is. Ducanic Quick Step. So Jumbo Visma has gone top after the second time check comfortably. 20 seconds ahead. We are 57 seconds off the pace, but we have a 40-second gap to Ineos right now. But can I get 5 guys to the line? Jamon trying to hang on. This is the last climb. So it's smooth sailing from here. And at least at the moment, we still have the whole team. Zeta, nearly done though. Okay, he's done taking turns. We're going to drop him to the back. Monotoglu, what's going on? Oh, shoot. Can you go relay and get up there? And you go relay and get up there? Alves Machado is gone as well. Dang, I missed that. That's all 3 just like that. Zeta, Monotoglu, Alves Machado all gone, and I'm down to 5 riders already with 6K still to go. Nope. We went too hard. Those guys are taking off, leaving everybody else behind, and yet our time is going to be based on Banijek right now. I was hoping... I knew I was pushing way too hard, but we had to try. We had to be bold. We had to try, and now these guys are just toast as they head towards the finish line, and we're losing a ton of time here. I knew I was at risk. I mean, we pointed that out all along. They fell apart to kind of quick step at the end, but we end up losing a ton of time on that final stretch. And how far down did we drop? All the way to 15th. We lost about 4 minutes there. So 4 minutes lost in the final 6 kilometers. Just came up short, pushed too hard. I needed to back off, and I didn't. I was trying to manage time gaps and have guys sit on and hopefully just hang in there, and they couldn't. Those top 3 riders riding away did us no good whatsoever because their time was completely meaningless. It's based on the time of the 5th man, so you need to maintain control over that 5th rider, which I was unable to do. Yellow jersey lasts only a single day. The bold strategy almost paid off. I mean, it almost turned into a podium. It was close. But blowing up before the end was devastatingly bad to what it did to the time. But like I said, I was not worried about our time in the overall. The GC was not a thing. It was just going for a stage. And I knew it was going to be a risky strategy to push. We went for broke. We were 6K away from a podium on the stage, which would have been a great result. The last 6K, though, fell apart. But you don't win if you don't try. We tried. We failed. It's okay. Like I've said all along, though, we are going for broke. We are trying to get results with a team that shouldn't be capable of getting results. And that's why you got to be aggressive. You win 0 of the attempts that you don't try. So, got to attempt. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.